but
You are.
I am not. My son has his choir concert tonight. He'll be dressed as a cow. It's a barnyard musical. What time is it? 6:30. We get the choir. Okay, all right. With your cow. The cow's bedtime is at 7:30. So,
That's so sad.
his bedtime is 7:30. He wakes up at 5.
Oh, that's weird.
Wait, look. Hey, speaking on to the but he's a grown child. He needs to grow more. He's short. So flags.
You feed him a lot, and it's in the bed.
That's what I've heard.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Coach Taylor's.
Yeah, he got my head.
You don't know that yet. Do you really?
The doctor says he's in the 15th percentile for height. I'm like, that's below average. Okay, so what's the flag? Hey, gamers.
Ooh, it's me. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer.
Coda, do you know what a lag is?
Slow.
Yeah, look at you. Hey, sometimes there's different types of lags. We did a Google form forever ago that was data lag and administrative lag, and there's a whole lot of lags. But there's 2 lags that we talk about: inside lag and outside lag. Inside lag is the delay in implementation of monetary policy. They meet only 8 times a year. That's not every day. That's not even once a month. And so it might take a while, if the economy crashes, it might take a while for their next meeting. And so it's like Congress could meet anytime they wanted to pass fiscal policy rules, but monetary policy they don't meet all the time. So it's the delay in the implementation of a policy. So think of it they're inside the boardroom, they're trying to figure out what policy they should do. First off, they allow for them to meet, and then when they meet, they might not make decisions for a few days. So that takes time. And then the outside flag is, okay, fine, we decided to buy bonds, or we decided to raise the discount rate, or we decided to do this, that, and the other. How long is that going to have an effect? So they passed the policy, it's just waiting for that policy change to have an effect. Waiting for policy to have an effect. Sometimes it can take up to 2 years before we actually see the effect of monetary policy. So things that we're seeing with our economy now happened 2 years ago, basically. So it's not right away. So when people are oh, the thing I did last month, look how great it's turning out. You could see the effect of things several years down the road if it has an effect at all. So there's that. And the second thing, not lag, the second reason that monetary policy has problems, or not the end all be all thing, is the idea of rational expectations. Period. It says that, okay, this is making some several assumptions. It's assuming, number one, that people know what's going on with the economy. It assumes that people know how monetary policy works, and therefore they change the way that they act, which makes that monetary policy don't do anything. Okay, so assumes people are rational. That's why it's called rational expectations. Assumes people are rational. And expect monetary policy. And because they expect it, then the monetary policy doesn't work, because it's there's no shock and awe. It's almost like if someone's trying to scare you into make the economy better, and it's oh, I knew you were there the whole time. No. And if people expect it, the monetary policy doesn't have an effect if it's expected. So they expect monetary policy, and therefore it doesn't work. So here is, here's like an example of that. You don't have to write this down, but because it's kind of a lot. But let's say the economy is like overheated, we have an inflationary gap or whatever, and we're going to assume, and this whole theory assumes that people know what inflation is, and they know what monetary policy would do to like contract the economy. Like they would know, oh, there's inflation, which means interest rates are about to go up because they're going to try to slow down the economy. So if you guys expect interest rates are going to go up, interest rates on your credit card, interest rates on your student loans, interest rates on mortgages, what might you do before they go up? Buy things now. Put things on credit cards. Take out a loan. Buy a house. Wait. What were we trying to fix? Inflation. And how they're fixing it, like when people assume that they're fixing it, it's like we're going to buy a whole bunch of stuff before they fix it, which makes the inflation that much worse. So when they finally do kick in those higher interest rates, the only thing you're fixing is the inflation that was caused by you about to change interest rates. So it's like, inflationary gap. Oh no, they're about to raise interest rates. Let me buy a brand new car before that car's payments more. And then it's all like, that shows aggregate demand to the right, causing more inflation. And so when they actually do contractionary policy, it just puts you back to where you were. It doesn't actually fix anything. It's just, you're back to square one with now higher interest rates. So there's that. Of course, this, you're all like, well, then why do we do it? This assumes people are rational. This assumes people know what they're talking about. This assumes people know what interest rates are. And a lot of people don't. Or at least a lot of people don't realize, like, the Federal Reserve even exists, or does anything. They couldn't even tell you, most people can't even tell you anything about monetary policy of the Federal Reserve. So then, like, knowing how it's going to work in the future, probably not good. Most people are really stupid. But not you guys. You guys know things. Oh, we'll keep that going. Get this out. We're looking at the packet that we've been working on. We worked on the first, like, page, like, and a half. We skipped a page or two. Actually, I think we did that. And then we did bank balance sheets. I want you to go to the last 2 pages. There are multiple choice questions. So today we're going to be working on some practice, some multiple choice question practice in pairs if you want to. But what I want you to do is, I want you to circle the following ones. Okay? Here we go. You're going to circle number 2. Just circle the number. You don't have to circle the whole problem. Circle the number 2. Number 5. Number 7. And that's it. Those are the ones that you have to show work for. You're doing all of them, but I'm requiring that you show work for the ones that we just circled. So in case you missed it, it was number 2, number 5, number 7, number 13, and that was it, I think. Okay. So if you want to work with a friend, you may. That's like, I don't know, it's 20 questions. I'm going to give you about 20 minutes. About a minute a question, which is about right. But I want you to work with a friend if that makes sense. Because I want you guys to not forget each other, especially the ones that we schooled. So I'm going to set